Sandown. All clear. Away they go. Skill jumping nicely over on the outside, and Lady Mulroy began fast. Mystic L dropped out towards the tail. Munro got away well as up in the firing line early, but it's Skill coming over and leading in the early stages to Lady Mulroy, who's pushing up along the fence to go to the front now. In behind them is the grey Munro third, and then Flightway a half length away fourth. Mystic L coming through on the rail. Then Vitamini, who wants to over race and throw ahead about here. And last of all is Pole Control at the 1100 metres, and Flightway strode round the outside, so another leader, and it's Flightway now out towards 1,000 with a 3-length advantage. Lady Mulroy second, 2 lengths to Skill third. Munro is holding fourth on the outside of Mystic L, 3 Vitamini and 2 to Pole Control. Flightway the leader down the back towards the 800 metres, out by a length and a half Lady Mulroy, 2 to Skill and neck to Munro, 2.5 lengths to Mystic L and then Vitamini, and last Pole Control running downhill towards the 600 metres, and Flightway a little over a length to Lady Mulroy. Skill the favourites third on the inside, going up as Munro to try and pocket her around the bend, and then Mystic L, Vitamini, Pole Control. Flightway led Lady Mulroy, who travelled okay at the top of the straight, and she's immediately put her head in front. Flightway's under the whip behind them on the inside of Munro, and Mystic L's coming with a good run down the outside. Lady Mulroy's taken the lead, 300 metres to go. Lady Mulroy by a couple of lengths to Mystic L coming on down the outside, and Skill battling away on the rail, passing the 200 metres though, and Mystic L has raced up to Lady Mulroy. Skill anchored with her big weight, and then Munro, but it's Mystic L coming clear in the last little bit for Reese McLeod, and Mystic L beat Lady Mulroy by 2. Skill just held third on the inside from Munro and Flightway, and then a gap to Vitamini, and Pole Control was last all the way. Mystic L, the winner, number 2, written by Reese McLeod, trained by Tony Vassell. Improved performance on her effort at Cranbourne, where she started favourite and was beaten some 6 lengths. Much more like her form that we saw at the start, and then bounded out and ridden out of the stall. Calhoun finds the lead. Bird of Capri was away fast with Midori Gift. They lead now to the grey Eyes on Success, who's settling down fourth on the inside of Diamond Diva. They're trailed then by just ahead our Bull Bar over on the inside, and deep and wide and towards the tail of the field there is Dynamic Danza. Up towards the bend they race. Bird of Capri going quickly, takes over from Calhoun, about 4 lengths Midori Gift. She's followed then by Eyes on Success over on the inside, and then Diamond Diva, and just ahead with our Bull Bar ridden along on the inside, and Dynamic Danza at the 300. Bird of Capri over on the outside just in front of Calhoun. They're clear to Midori Gift, and then came Diamond Diva, who's under the whip, and Eyes on Success battling away. Just ahead is making ground, but Bird of Capri in front, 100 to go. Eyes on Success and our Bull Bar close. Eyes on Success grabbed the lead right on the line. Our Bull Bar dived. Eyes on Success just wins it from our Bull Bar or Bird of Capri. Close photo there, just behind them, just ahead, and then Midori Gift and a break to Diamond Diva. And then came Calhoun, who's finished second last after showing plenty of pace, and last in was Dynamic Danza. Eyes on Success grabbing them in the closing stages. Start. Chalet Me on the move. Broken Love is ready. Don Tabetti's in the all-white colours for Peter Mertens. Calming about to come in will take the outside barrier. Previous race won by Eyes on Success, a grey Rory's Jester. Gary Fennessy was telling the press corps that Rory's Jester's brother, in fact, was a grey, and his mother, so it's not all that unusual. They've had quite a few of them in the stable, but I guess most of the ones we see are the chestnut and the white blaze that Rory's was so famous for, but there has been the odd grey, and the Anguston stable has had a few through their stables, in fact. The 1200 metre race shortly is on the cards for Eyes on Success. Now they're just about right to go. Favourite has the inside. They're ready now. Starters on the platform. Calming having joined them on the outside, so they're ready to run. Racing now. Lady Soffel began fairly. Chardonnay and Eyes got away nicely. Red Vista shows some pace from the middle, and Carming got away well from the outside gate. Miss Muppet drops back towards the tail. They put 200 behind them now, and Dontabatti shot across them and has joined Lady Soffel against the rail. Tycoon Millie is in behind them in third placing, followed by Carming on the outside in the blue with the red cap, and then Chardonnay and Eyes fifth the rail from Broken Love. Chalet Me and then Red Vista has drifted back to third from last, and then Miss Muppet and Sunlit Plains. Lady Soffel ran to the middle of the course and took Donta Batty out there with her as they come down towards the 300. Chardonnay and Ice and Calming come through along the inside, and then Red Vista and Broken Love at the 200 metres. Lady Soffel's under the whip. Calming hit the front. Broken Love with a run. Miss Muppet right down the outside. Calming 100 to go. Miss Muppet coming down the outside. It's Calming clear from Miss Muppet. Calming in front under the whip, and Calming beats Miss Muppet. Photo finish for third. There's three of them in it too. Red Vista the inside, Broken Love the middle, and Lady Soffel on the outside. Clear to Sunlit Plains, followed by Chalet Me, and then Chardonnay and Ice. Well back in the field is Donta Batty, and last to finish is Tycoon Millie. Calming is the winner, number 2. Ridden by Jason Patton, trained by Bill Mitchell. Of a fall at a Saturday meeting a little while ago. So we'll soon be welcoming Lonergan back to the saddle in Melbourne. Good rider. Now Oran's moved up, so they're just about right to go. Race number 4, the Time and Tide Handicap. First leg of the quaddie, Mr. Greg the fave. They're set. And away now. And he jumped away with them. Leather Lane, Rami Romancer began fast, and Raptor is showing some pace down on the inside. Now the favourites dropped out last. You just pushed along in the early stages, and Raptor is the leader by the 1400. Rami Romancer's a neck away second. No Alibi is third. 1.5 Academy Francais on the outside of Fine and Dapper. Wonder Leather Lane, Mr. Greg on the rail. Then Forceful and Orange out 3 deep, and last of all by the 1200. And it's Raptor bowling along in front today. With the blinkers on, he leads by 2 lengths to Rami Romancer. Similar margin, Fine and Dapper third on the inside. No Alibis on his outside. A couple of lengths away is Academy Francais, who's racing now 3 deep. Mr. Gregg's pushed up along the fence, and Leather Lane is in the centre. Then 2 to Forceful and 2 to Warren. That's the order coming off the back at the 800 metres. It's Raptor by a length and a quarter. Rami Romancer second, 2.5 lengths away, No Alibi. Fine and Dapper on the inside from Academy Francais, Mr. Gregg. And then came Leather Lane, Forceful, and 2 to Warren. At the 600 metres nearing the turn, Raptor by ahead, Rami Romancer. 2 lengths away, No Alibi, Fine and Dapper on the fence. And around them comes Academy Francais, and then Mr. Gregg, Leather Lane. And Forceful is second last, with Warren last of all as they enter the straight. And it's Raptor with Rami Romancer throwing out the challenge. 3 lengths away to No Alibi. Mr. Gregg trying to work into the clear, but he's under the bat at the moment. Forceful's coming with a run at the 250 now, and it's Raptor still narrowly from Rami Romancer trying hard on the outside, and then No Alibi and Mr. Gregg along the inside. Rami Romancer, Raptor kicks like a tiger, and Raptor wins it by a long head to Rami Romancer. Photo third, No Alibi or Mr. Gregg along the inside, clear of Leather Lane, Forceful, Oren, Academy Francais, and Fine and Dapper last in. Raptor, well, that's been a revelation with the blinkers. He's been hammering on the door to win one for quite a while, but with the blinkers on, he's led them up today, and that's been a fighting performance. 10 Raptor. Rami Romancer was tackling him all the way down the straight, but he just kept giving, and he's got in for a well-deserved victory. Trained by Greg Urell, written by Noel Kello. Second placing, Rami Romancer, Eddie Cassar, and third goes to number 3, No Alibi, ridden by Stephen Baster. Fourth going to Mr. Gregg. 10, 5 and 3. And they ran 136.0. 136.0. It's 10, 5, 3. Raptor the winner. He's by Prince of Birds. Now he's pretty well named, and a maiden going into this race. He was a touch on the disappointing side last time out, but he didn't have a lot of room, and he seemed reluctant to take the little gaps that were there. And the blinkers and a riding change have made all the difference here. He pounced on the front immediately. They said go. Rami Romancer is also a natural front runner, shared the pace with him, and they've fought the race out all the way down the straight. Mr. Gregg just seemed to battle away there. Maybe he's been flattened by some runs in harder company, but he just didn't produce the finishing burst that we've been used to seeing of him. Academy Francais on Super Tab. $6 Havana Town and $8.50 half each. So they're all in now. Ready to go. Havana Town the inside. Off they go. And Contend a little slow, and Hot Taste has got back there too. And Rubertano bounded out comfortably and led from Synology, who's being dug up on the outside to go to the lead now. And in behind them is Half Each, settling down in third placing. They're followed by Sacred Shield fourth, 2 lengths to Havana Town, being followed then by Soviet Sun, and back behind them in a fast run race here is Hot Touch, being trailed by Gunner Matter. 3 Contend Archley, and Name Droppers last of all. Synology going very fast, led by 3 Rubertano. Nash set up and let it go. Then a break of about 4 lengths to Half Each, 3 lengths to Sacred Shield, Havana Town. He's being followed then by Soviet Sun over on the outside as they neared the corner. Gunner Matter pulled to the outside, and then came Hot Taste, Archley, Contend, and Name Droppers. Synology at the 400 by about 3 to 4 lengths. Rubertano's working home well down the outside, and then came Half Each, who's under the whip, but he is responding as Rubertano takes the lead. Then Sacred Shield and Gunner Matter, but Rubertano at the 200 metres, he leads by 3. Half Each trying hard, and Sacred Shield the outside of Havana Town, but Rubertano, there's no trouble with him. He's about 3 in front, and he wins it easily. Rubertano from Half Each, Sacred Shield, then Havana Town, followed in by Gunner Matter, Archley, and next Name Dropper, Soviet Sun, Contend, Synology, and Hot Taste last of all. In 1:9.7, he seems to gallop fast times with consummate ease. Number 6, Rubertano, scoring again. That's his 4th in 5 outings, and he's paced nearly right now. Brunette to come up and complete the line. Quiz about the inside. All in. Was about backed in the last couple of minutes as well. A very firm favourite. Lights on. A little bit of movement near the outside. They're away, and Brunette threw ahead in the air and didn't jump all that well. Fortune Find about it out, and Quiz About got away nicely on the inside. Tina's Crown had jumped well as steadying. Jean's Heart's going through and might be in front, settling into stride. And now as they go out towards the 1400 metres, and Jean's Heart took over the running out by 2 lengths. Quiz About second, Fortune Finder third, Tina's Crown fourth. A length further back is Hennessy Road, followed by Guide 1 McBeal. Then came Regal Rachel, Mukta Cherie, Frarina, Brunette out wide. Over on the inside, Chicky and Flotsam last of all. They're nearing the 1,000, Jean's Heart in front. Quiz About gets a good trail in second placing. Fortune Finder 2.5 lengths away third. Tina's Crown is fourth on the rail. About 2.5 to 3 lengths then Hennessy Road ahead to Guide. 3 lengths away McBeal outside Regal Rachel. A couple further back at the 800 turn is Brunette from Mukta Cherie and Chicky, Frarina and Flotsam is last of all. Jean's Heart the leader, 6.50 to go. Quiz About straight up within a neck of the leader now. 2 lengths away is Fortune Finder the outside, followed by Tina's Crown and then Guide outside Hennessy Road. From McBeal, who's midfield and has travelled okay, is easing out now to have a crack at these leading horses. Into the straight, Quiz About moved up to try and have a shot at Jean's Heart, who'd cornered better and leads, but now Quiz About balanced up is coming home well. From Fortune Finder, Chicky's picking its way through the pack. Tina's Crown battling away, but Quiz About at the 200 metres is the leader, and out by a couple to Jean's Heart, Chicky, and then Fortune Finder and Tina's Crown, but Quiz About is racing in great form, and Quiz About wins it by over 3 to Chicky. Flotsam came from last and grabbed third ahead of Fortune Finder, McBeal, Jean's Heart, Tina's Crown, Mukta Cherie and then Guide. Back behind them, Regal Rachel, Hennessy Road, and they were trailed by Brunette, and Frarina dropped out to finish last. Well, she's really flying. Quiz About gives Reese McLeod a winning double, trained by John Maloney, and she was always the one you wanted to be on in transit. She travelled well. 6, 4 and 5. Number 2's been given second here. McBeal. I don't know. I don't think that's right. I think we might hold on to that number, folks. Miracle moving up into the gates now. Lord Grable about to come up. Need about 4 to move in. Quaddy numbers are 10, 6 and 6. Looking pretty skinny, I'd say, at this point. Top Perch, green, white cap. He's been pretty well backed here. But Command the Wind is the top pick in it, clearly. Just congratulations to Tony Kneebone on a production terrific book that he's brought out this racing year. And if you're looking for a little gift for a racing friend of yours, you could do a lot worse than this one. It's a terrific production, and proceeds going to the Doxa Foundation for the underprivileged youth. So it'll be a good gift for not only whoever you're thinking of, but also for those children. So well done, Tony. Great production. Some terrific colour photographs, and it encapsulates the the year's racing that just finished at the end of the season. Last few to get set. Previous race taken out by Quizabout, making it 3 in a row, giving Reece McLeod a winning double. Now Lavender moved up into the gates. It just took charge at Cranbourne. Did very well to hold on and run fourth, actually. Now Sciatica moved into the outside barrier, and so they're ready to run. 1500. They're set and away. Sciatica jumped best on the outside. 11 getting away fast with Space Recruit. Declare jumped nicely, and Network News handy to them over on the inside. Command the Wind settling down midfield, but it's Lavender going to the clear lead, out by a couple of lengths to Network News. In the centre, Declare, and Sciatica pushing on the outside. Space Recruit down in 5th placing from Top Perch. Wonder Cobber's Miracle, Lord Grable, and then came Command the Wind, who's drifted back. He's got 3 behind him, Ladestina, Star of Gold, and 3 to Power and Rhythm. Inside the 1,000, Lavender led, Sciatica second. Network News gets the run of the race. Third, Declare is fourth. Fifth on the inside, Cobber's Miracle, 1.5 Space Recruit, Ladestina, and they're followed by Lord Grable. Top Perch on the outside, trailed then by Star of Gold. Now Command the Wind is back second last in what's been a fast run race in Power and Rhythm. Lavender the leader near the 600 by 2.5 lengths. Sciatica, similar margin Network News, and then Declare. Next Space Recruit. Top Perch is going to come wide round the turn, followed by Cobber's Miracle, Ladestina, then Lord Grable. Command the Wind still a long way back, and Power and Rhythm hooked out. In the straight, Lavender below the 400, leads by about 3, but they're chasing. Network News has pulled to the outside and running on well. Cobber's Miracle getting through on the inside, and now Command the Wind is produced with his run at the 200 now, and here it's Network News, Cobber's Miracle, and Command the Wind under the outside under the whip, but Network News in front. Command the Wind is lifting late. Network News holding on. Network News from Command the Wind. Photo third, Cobber's Miracle right over on the inside, and Declare out wider, Ladestina between them. Then came Lord Grable and Lavender, Power and Rhythm, Space Recruit, Top Perch, Star of Gold, and Sciatica dropping out to finish at the tail of the field. Stand by for numbers here. Network News, beautifully ridden there by Nashra. Would have had it in a perfect place all of the way, and has got home. Command the Wind drifted a long way out of his ground, but he made plenty in the
deeper out. Icy Red, Trudy Collett going towards the speed, and then the Noel Eilstone Green Street is going with it. Carpion, or rather No Alimony began well. Carpion is going to drop out last, and Milnorm second last with the Magic Winner running past the judge the first occasion in Green Street, and Robert Hannam. They took up the running in the cup by a length and a half. Bluebird the Words got over one off the rail from Icy Red, the trailer a length away then to Ebony Honor, covering up 11s is up and around them. No Alimony, they're followed by race favourite Cinderbella, then Danny Day, Blanchard back on the rail. Regal Krona, Laughing Cavaliers caught out on a bit of a limb now from Sheervena, Classic Babe and Beaujolais, who's down on the rail in the Paul O'Sullivan colours as they swing down the back. In the cup, Bel Air is next from Milnorm, Magic Winner second last, and Carpion, it brought up the rear, 12 maybe 13 lengths off the Son of Zabeel. That's Green Street down the far side, 1200 metres out. Led in the cup by 2. Bluebird the Word settled nicely second. Icy Red, Dream Run third on the inside from No Alimony. Then we've got Ebony Honor, right handy 2 on the inside. 11s is Regal Krona, Danny Day, Blanchard, Laughing Cavalier, followed by Cinderbella. She's lost her posse, followed by Bel Air. In the centre then is Classic Babe, Beaujolais on the rail. Sheervena, Milnorm as they start to pack up, and they're followed Carpion, who's taking off from the back of the field, and Magic Winner relegated to last. 700 or just under to go, and it's Green Street by a length and a quarter. Bluebird the Word getting every chance on the inside of Laughing Cavalier. Cavalier is stablemate Ebony Honor for Mark Sweeney. They're followed by 11s as then we've got Bel Air taking off from Regal Krona. They make the bend into the straight, 400 metres to go, and Cinderbella's a fair way from them. Green Street kicked and shot a length and a half clear to Bluebird the Word. Icy Red, here comes Bel Air and David Walsh out centre track. They're followed by Carpion. The leader is Green Street now from Bel Air. Carpion pressing on resolutely down the outside in the Group 1 New Zealand Bloodstock Avondale Gold Cup. Green Street sticking deep. Bel Air's having another go on the outside, but Green Street and Robert Hannam take the cup. Bel Air second. What a gutsy performance by Green Street, the Son of Zabeel. Carpion is third, followed Cinderbella fourth from Ebony Honor.
Rouge coming up. Black Type Magic moved to the outside, so they're all in. Set to run. Off they go. Kakariko jumped well near the inside. Adrenaline was away okay. Narcissism drifting over the heels in the early part, being hard ridden by the same token. El Questro's up there and Tiffany's Best looks like leading. Our Rami Guest had got away well and Regal Lagoon's getting into a position just off the pace. And Black Type Magic's improving a bit wider out. Bold Barter's got well back in the field and he's travelling a bit deep. Tiffany's Best, the leader, down past the 100 the first time, and she's out by a little over 2 to our Rami Guest. It'll be a fast run race. El Questro 3 lengths away third. Then Adrenaline fourth on the inside, followed by Black Type Magic, 3/4 Regal Lagoon. 3 to Narcissism outside, Kakariko, and then came to Rouge. Back behind them, Wrangler Chief on the outside, trailed by Pure Control. Stravana's now third last on the inside of Bold Bard. And last of all is Currency Lad. Out of the straight by the 1,600 metres, and Tiffany's Best by about 3 to 4 lengths to our Rami Guest, about 3 to 4 lengths again, in fact a little bit more than that to El Questro in third placing over on the outside, followed by Adrenaline. 2.5 Black Type Magic, Regal Lagoon, 3 Kakariko and Neck Narcissism the outside. Then there's a break of 2 lengths to Pure Control on the inside of Tarouge, and then Stravana, Wrangler Chief and Bold Bard over on the outside of Currency Lad. Well strung out down the back, and Tiffany's Best made play. About 3 to 4 lengths to our Rami Guest, and 4 to 5 lengths away in the field is Adrenaline on the inside of El Questro, and then 2 lengths to Black Type Magic, Regal Lagoon, followed by Narcissism on the outside of Kakariko. 3 lengths into Pure Control, just pushed along a touch on the inside of Tarouge, and then Stravana, Wrangler Chief and Bold Bard and Currency Lad bring up the rear of the field. Off the back at the 800, Tiffany's Best by a little over 2 lengths to our Rami Guest and 4 lengths to El Questro. Adrenaline hard ridden the inside, and Black Type Magic's making ground, and then Regal Lagoon held together. Followed by Narcissism, Kakariko on the inside, needing to get out of that pocket as they came near to the turn, and then Tarouge and Bold Bard. Wrangler Chief, Stravana's well back on the inside from Currency Lad and Pure Control. They corner Tiffany's Best by 2, our Rami Guest. 3 lengths to Black Type Magic running on well, and so is Regal Lagoon. And Kakariko's got into the clear. Bold Bard is coming the widest at the 250 metre mark, and Tiffany's Best about to be grabbed by Regal Lagoon, and Kakariko's coming. Black Type Magic's battling away, and Bold Bard. Kakariko's raced up with Regal Lagoon to fight the race out. Kakariko and Regal Lagoon. Kakariko finishes too well. Kakariko beat Regal Lagoon. Currency Lad from last got through to grab third from Tiffany's Best, Bold Bard and then Stravana. Black Type Magic trailed in by Tarouge, our Rami Guest, Wrangler Chief, Narcissism, and then a break to Adrenaline, El Questro, and last in Pure Control. Kakariko, model of consistency, takes out the last ridden by Dale Short, trained by Barry Barnes. A rewarding victory for a horse who just keeps on trying. Second, number 5, Regal Lagoon, Mark Zara. And third should go to Currency Lad, who's come from a long way back, ridden by Ben Smith. 7-5 in that third number, yet to be